Hey everybody, welcome back to the Comic Wall. It's me, the Outcast Angel, and today let's talk about the Image Comics October 2018 solicitations. Now, they're finally up. We're finally getting a peek as to what's coming up with new issues as well as new series. Now, before I get into this, there are going to be spoilers in this video. I am reading off the synopsis for these issues and for these series. So, if you aren't ready to know like what's gonna happen next, or even vaguely what's gonna happen next, you might want to skip ahead to certain parts. But yeah, just so I give you guys that warning, so you don't have to close your video right away. Anyway, I'm always excited for these things to come up because the fact that we get to see the new artwork for the new issues and for the new series for any of them, as starting with issue 1 of Murder Falcon by Daniel Warren Johnson. Now, if you guys remember Daniel Warren Johnson, he was the writer and creator of Extremity, which I absolutely adored. Extremity. It was such a beautiful and moving story with some very beautiful art to boot. I mean, Daniel Warren Johnson was the writer and the artist for that series as well as this one, as along with Mike Spicer, who is returning to this issue. Now, the synopsis for this reads: from Daniel Warren Johnson, the creator of Eisner-nominated series Extremity, comes Murder Falcon. The world is under attack by monsters, and Jake's life is falling apart. No band, no girl, no future until he meets Murder Falcon. He was sent from the Heavy to destroy all evil, but he can't do it without Jake shredding up a storm. Now, with every chord Jake plays on his guitar, the power of metal fuels Murder Falcon into an all-out kung fu fury on those who seek to conquer Earth. It's time to shred. Excuse me. This looks interesting. I was a little, taken aback by this because I don't know. My taste in music is just all over the place, So I'll be listening to country one minute, listening to pop, rap, and then heavy metal or whatever. The next. It's just my playlist would scare a lot of people. Anyway, it seems interesting to me, and I'm with how much I love Daniel Warren Johnson's art as well as Mike Spicer. I want to give it a chance. So I mean. I hope you guys give it a chance too. He's really working his hardest. Next up, we have issue 184 of The Walking Dead, which is titled Eugene Tinkers, Eugene Tinkers, and this is really interesting. We have Eugene working on what looks like a train, obviously, and two of the Commonwealth soldiers guarding him on the train tracks. What are they planning? And I think I see Stephanie down there as well. What are they planning? What are they, hoping to do? With the trains in general, because if they're able to get these up and running, this could change everything in the way of transportation as well as possibly communication. Because people aren't even using cars anymore. I don't think they can, and there's probably no fuel left. But how are they going to fuel the trains then? I don't know. Anyway, the synopsis for this is basically just Eugene tinkers, but to what end? And along with this, we also get the amazing variant by Bill Sienkiewicz of none other than Princess. And I love this because he really brings out her goofiness, just her silliness, and I'm so excited for this variant to come out. Speaking of Walking Dead, book 15 is also dropping in October, and it's princess themed, of course, because this one is going to be collecting issues 69 through 169 to 180. Now 169 is this one over here, the one with Dwight pointing a gun at Rick, and then 180 is actually this one right here. the end of New World Order. Now, that's going to be pretty interesting. I actually don't actively collect the books. I mean, it's just a little expensive for me, but this would be an interesting one to get. I love the pink font on these, like especially with like this one and the one with where we first meet Princess, and so it would be pretty interesting it for whoever collects the books. So far, I have books 1 through 4, book 10, and the artist proof edition for All Out War. So that's pretty. That would be pretty interesting. Next up, we have Gasolina Volume 2, the trade paperback, and so this artwork just looks amazing. We have Randy, Amalia, and now we have Kike with this little gusano pet sticking out of his chest, and we have Graciela. My theory is that Graciela is Amalia's daughter, whether it's her and Randy's daughter or just her daughter from a father she either doesn't know or doesn't want to be around anymore. But this is an interesting cover. I mean, we have all these snakes slithering about. We have all the creatures that we saw at the end of issue what is it, 10, and just the creatures at the bottom, under Mexico in the white, which we see La Querida in there as well. And I'm pretty excited for this. This one's going to be collecting issues 7 through 12. This is supposed to be a huge story arc, and I can't wait for it to, really finish. Next up, we have issue 32 of Birthright. Now, Birthright's been a little slow coming out with their new issues, but just having them back is great because 31 comes out in September, but 30 came out like earlier this year, maybe January or February. I can't exactly remember. It was sometime after my birthday, like directly after my birthday. And so the synopsis reads, as the search for Brennan and Callista begins, Mikey still has much to atone for. Can he become Earth's greatest protector, or have his actions already doomed his brother? This is getting intense. I have to say that for almost every issue, but it's really getting worse, because I mean, Mikey just can't catch a break. He really can't. Now, next up we have Cold Spots number 3. Now, this one just looked interesting to me. I'm not, I didn't see the solicitations for August and September for this one, but the artwork for this one just really caught my attention. And so this is written by Cullen Bunn, and the artist is Mark Torres. Now, the synopsis reads, the unquiet dead gather around a crumbling island mansion, drawn to a quiet young girl who is trapped within the dreary old house. The girl's father has come to bring her home, but a sinister family with dark and murderous plans stands in his way. That's pretty interesting. Anyway, next up we also have, if my page would turn, issue 11 of Evolution. Now, this cover is just creepy. We have that priest that we've been seeing from issue 1 and from the last issue, and he's still wearing that freaky looking headdress, and I'm not even sure if it's a headdress anymore. It might just be his actual head, it's just getting weird. Anyway, the synopsis reads, what exactly does Abe's son have to do with his quest to expose the bug? Will Hannah remain faithful to her religion in the face of evolution? An occult is revealed to Claire as evolution races toward the climax of this second arc. Now, this arc has been really crazy, honestly. I mean, from the first arc, we were introduced to absolutely everything with progresses, evolution, and everything. But this arc has really been giving us a few more answers to just the whole story in general. And so I just can't wait to see how it finishes up. Next up, we have Farmhand number 4, and this cover looks pretty cryptic. We have Andy Jenkins. Hey, not really. Anyway, but she looks like she's dressed up as a soldier. She might even be a soldier. And so we might be getting some more info as to what war Jedediah Jenkins was talking about in issue 1. And so, excuse me, the synopsis reads, as the effects of the Jedediah seed ripple through Freetown, Andrea Jenkins is about to have the worst day ever. She'll be chastised and berated, and she'll punch at least 3 people by its end. Zeke versus Coyotes. Seriously. So that's pretty cryptic. I'm really excited to see what's going to happen. Next up, we have issue 8 of Oblivion Song. Just look at this issue, guys. I mean, one of my biggest... you're always going to hear me gushing about the art, and especially about Oblivion Song, because, I mean, comics are nothing but art. Of course, we have the story, but if you don't have good art to, lure you in, you're not going to enjoy the story, and there's just no point for the comic, And Oblivion Song really does this well, and this is just such a beautiful cover. Anyway, the synopsis reads, Nathan Cole is reminded, once again, that actions have consequences. What's happening? What's going to happen in in issue... We're on 5, issue 6, and what's going to happen between 6 and 8? I mean, this is getting crazy, guys. Anyway, next up we have Outpost Zero, issue 4. Now, the synopsis reads, with one friend dead, Aaliyah confronts Sam about what really happened out there on the frost, and the fallout will shake the Outpost's very foundation. Now, I know I haven't done my review on Outpost Zero, issue 1, but it was a long issue, and I really just want to make sure I understand it well enough to be able to give a good review, because I don't want to half-ass these things. I want to make sure I'm able to know what I'm talking about, not forget any details, and just make these videos enjoyable for you guys. So just give me a little time. I'll probably have it up within the next day or two, and for sure before issue 2 comes out. So hang in there for me. Next up, we have Redneck number 16, and on the cover we have what looks like Evil. I'm pretty sure this is Evil because, I mean, we saw him being taken in issue 12, sorry, and he doesn't look very happy. Anyway, the synopsis reads, let's go to prison. What does a state penitentiary's most famous inmate have to do with the Bowmans, or with the Bowman family? And what secret is Greg hiding from his dad? Now, Greg is the kind of chubby one with the beard and, bald. And so I'm wondering what's going to happen. I mean, this just looks... Things look like they're not getting any better for the Bowmans. And honestly, where does Evil's loyalty stand with the Bowmans now? I mean, it's getting crazy. Next up, we have Stellar issue 5, and what a beautiful cover, guys. I mean, Brett Blevins is absolutely killing it with this series, and after his letter in issue 2, I have such a greater respect for him and his art, because the passion he puts behind his work, and the dedication he's putting into it, it's just beautiful, and we get such an amazing product from it, And so the synopsis reads, a stranger in a strange dimension? That's weird. Stellar visits the family she never had and fights for her life, with more on the line than ever before. Now we're dealing with dimensions now? I mean, I know we're dealing with intergalactic travel, but now interdimensional travel? Maybe? I don't know. It's just... I'm excited to see what's happening. Next up, we have FIFA Thieves number 41. Now, I know I haven't, I didn't do my review for the latest one that came out. I think it was issue 38 or 37, but, it just, I don't know. It wasn't a series I thought you guys would enjoy, but with the fact that this is the last, story arc that, Thief of Thieves is going to be going through, I thought, I need to get on the ball with this, So by the time issue 39 comes out later this month, I'll be putting up a video for that and a review for it as well. So, just hang in there for me. So 41 reads, Conrad and Celia are going to hit the Zubovs where it hurts. But will a familiar face return to ruin everything? What does that mean? Pretty cryptic. Anyway, next up we have unnatural number. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, unnatural number 4 of 12. Now that's interesting because I thought this was going to be an ongoing series, but I guess not. Anyway, the synopsis reads: murder, betrayal, blood, and a shocking truth. The first story arc of Mirka Andolfo's dystopian tale concludes with a bang and a few twists. What's gonna happen? I mean, this has been such a just an interesting story so far, and I'm just wrapped up in it, you know. And so I hope you guys are enjoying the videos as well. Issue 2 is going to be coming up soon. I mean, what, this one comes out October 10th, so issue 2 should be coming not this coming week, but next week. Yeah. Anyway, I'm pretty excited for that one. Lastly, we have the Weatherman number 5 with one of the last bounty hunters adorning the cover, and she creeps me out, to be honest. She just gives me the creeps. She looks scary to me. Just the fact that she just what she can do is pretty intense. Anyway, Nathan Bright is in the clutches of the Pearl, and the clock is ticking. Agent Cross must choose between her own desire for vengeance and protecting a man who, though drenched in the blood of billions, might still be innocent. Where is this going, guys? This is pretty intense. I mean, I barely put up my issue 2 review a couple weeks ago, and I'm just so excited. So this one's October 10th. Yeah, a couple weeks. Anyway, so that's all I have for you guys in this video. This is all I'm following in the way of Image. So if you guys want me to review any other series that you think I would be interested in, or that you would just like to see videos on, you know, throw them down in the comments. If you don't say anything, I'm not gonna know, and you know, you're just gonna be wondering what if, you know. So throw them down. I'll check them out and see where I can go from there. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys liked it, and if you did, drop a like, show the love, hit that subscribe button to get more of my videos, ring the bell to get notifications when I post new videos, so that way you guys stay updated and don't miss out. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.